Hi, everyone, and welcome. I am Joanne, founder of Animal Communication Insights and author of Conversations with Companions. I'm so excited to share with you something special today. We are launching 2 new digital card decks that are all about helping you connect better with your pets and animal companions. First, let me tell you about the Animal Communication Conversations cards. This 62 card deck has a bunch of questions divided into curiosity, concern, and contemplation categories. They are designed to help pet parents, animal communication enthusiasts, animal lovers move beyond the same old questions and dive deeper into meaningful conversations with their pets and animal companions. Then we have the Animal Communication Deep Speak cards. This 44 card deck is all about encouraging intuitive communication without worrying about getting the right answers. Whether you're just starting out or have been communicating with animals for a while, these cards will help you practice and explore in a fun and creative way. Today, I am thrilled to be chatting with members in my community who are involved in the creation of these card decks. And we will be discussing some of the surprising and meaningful insights that they have gained through animal communication. We'll also talk about how these cards help take the pressure off and make communicating more creative, and how they can help anyone who's feeling stuck or unsure about where to start. So let's welcome Deb and dive into this exciting conversation. Thank you for being here, and I hope you enjoy our chat. Welcome, Deb. Please, can you introduce yourself and tell us who are your animals who are featured in the Deep Speak cards deck?
Oh, yes. Thank you so much, Joanne, for having me. Um, Hi, my name is Deb Hennon, and I've been practicing animal communication for about 5 years. My featured animals in the deck are Buffy, my greyhound, who is in spirit, and Roxie, my 8-year-old Australian Shepherd.
Oh, well, we're very excited to have them be part of the card decks. How do you feel that your animals are going to be animal teachers?
Oh, it's so exciting. And actually, they're excited about it. Growing up, I always had a very special connection with animals. Um, I don't know that I actually communicated with them at that time, although my guess is I probably did and didn't realize it. And about 7 years ago, I learned that animal communication is a real thing. And it was like a dream come true. And after learning the basics of animal communication, I I just thought I have to do this. I have to be a voice for as many animals as I can.
That's lovely. We're so glad that you listened to that voice, because I'm sure you've had many ups and downs in the journey to become a professional animal communicator. But we are so glad that you are there helping animals and helping their pet parents. As an animal communicator working professionally, what is it like to be part of a community, and how did you choose in many ways to decide to stay with the Deep Speak community?
So after learning the basics, I've continued to learn different aspects and approaches to animal communication. I learned of the membership through a fellow animal communicator and friend, And it just opened my eyes. Um, I had learned, okay, so we ask the animal a question and then they answer us and we tell their person. But by getting the questions that the animals really want asked, it just was a whole new adventure.
Okay, so you're actually referring to what I would call the deep speak concept or the deep speak approach, where Pierre Dad and myself have worked over the years to really connect with honoring animals by wanting them to initiate conversations, because I felt at some point that we seem to be the ones that just are the ones that keep going, what else can we ask them? And even if we ask them questions, it seems to be quite mundane most of the time about their health. Of course we care about whether they're happy or not. But I kept thinking there's got to be more. There's got to be more. I think about when we're talking to a close friend and, you walk away and you think, I've just had the best chat with them. And so the thought and the exploration around what if the animals brought the topics to us? What if they shared with us the questions that they want us to bring to them? Was this something that you discovered since being in the Deep Speak community, or had you come across it anywhere else before?
Um, yes, the deep speak community is where I learned of this concept. And at first, we all kind of adjust to something new. And I thought, oh, what a novel idea to let the animals tell us what questions they would like to answer. But then I realized this is what we as animal communicators are here for, to share what the animals want to talk about, not just answer people's questions. It's such a brilliant concept.
And what about your own communications with your animals? So you have your two animals, Buffy and Roxie in the card deck. Has that changed the way that you communicate with them since you discovered that you can ask them to bring questions to you?
Absolutely. Um, I talk to my Buffy in spirit all the time. Um, she's a brilliant teacher that helps me in many ways in my animal communication business. And my Roxy, um, we do a lot of activities together. And by being able to ask her what it is she would like to talk about, it has just brought us closer and closer together.
And that is what we all want. We want the communication that we have with them to deepen our bond, for us to know them better, because it's so easy to fall into familiar routines and assume we know everything about them. And, we're only human, but we find that we sometimes talk over them, we talk for them, we almost speak as if we know everything about them. And it's very refreshing, I'm sure, for them to go, wow, my mum's asking me if there's something that I want to bring to her attention. So it's really encouraging that you, as a professional animal communicator, can also use this approach with your own animals. What's also really comforting, what you said there, Deb, and whoever's watching this, I'm sure will feel very reassured, is that you continue to speak with Buffy every day. Just because she's in spirit doesn't mean you can't. And how do you think what do you think her view is, that you are going to be encouraging others to do the same, to speak to their animals in spirit on a daily basis, no matter how many years they've been gone in terms of human years?
Um, it's almost like she's a cheerleader, you know? It's like, yay, this is so great. Um, she's been a true guide for me, and knowing that this this concept, this application is being shared with so many pet parents that it benefits their pets. And Buffy is just, through the roof with excitement.
Well, it certainly shines through the sense of pride and excitement. She's certainly speaking through you for now. I can really get that. So imagine someone has decided they are intrigued by our conversation and they want to give the Deep Speak cards deck a try. They shuffle the cards and they click a button for the cards to flip up, and there's Roxie, and then there's Buffy. They read the questions and then they think, I'm not quite sure what to do next. What would be your advice?
Um, so my advice is to relax and breathe and be open. We, as humans, we put so much pressure on ourselves to try to figure things out. And what the animals tell me is they want to talk to us and they want us to succeed. So my advice really is, after practicing with the animals on the cards, then you can use these same questions to ask your own pets. And it's just brilliant because you don't have the pressure of, oh my God, what should I ask them? You already know the questions that the animals want us to ask.
That's a great tip. So these questions don't just belong to the animals that are featured in the Deep Speak cards. They are for you to also use with your own animals and other people's animals. And check in with them to say, would this question be something that you would like us to discuss? So here you have a situation whereby somebody might be very new in animal communication. So to relate to them, think back to when you were at the very beginning of your animal communication learning, Deb. If you did have the Deep Speak cards then, do you think it would have made a difference to you?
I do. Um, and I'm going to go back to what I previously said about the pressure of asking the right question. So many times in my business, I'll just say that is, I've got a pet parent who says, well, ask them this and ask them that. And why are they doing this? But to be able to take a step back and, look at a card and say, okay, what does the animal want to talk about? It helps to sort of calm down the situation, um, take the pressure off the animal and take the pressure off the animal communicator, and honestly, to take the pressure off the pet parent as well. And once we, use these questions to calm things down, then that helps us to frame questions we do want to ask them, and that animal is more willing to say, oh, I see what's happening, right?
Oh, they're really, really good tips. And we do struggle with the fear of getting things wrong, which, like you say, creates this pressure. And really, the pressure doesn't come from the animals. They almost self-impose pressure. And the deep speed cards were created to take away the pressure. And such a great reminder that the questions are already there and the questions are from the animal. So it's trusting that relationship, that if the animal came up with that question, fair enough. Piedad and I had to co-create with the animal because we had to write it out and we had to check the grammar. But the theme and the essence of the message, the question came from the animal. So I feel that just by knowing that the questions came from the animal will help me relax immediately. So I hope that that's going to be your experience as well. And part of the offer when you purchase the card deck is that you will get 30-day membership. And within this membership, you can connect with Deb. Say, if you wanted to share your communication that you had with Buffy or Roxie, then I'd like you to connect in with Deb's energy and her reassurance and her very calm approach, and feel safe that you can submit this communication so that Deb can support you. What would you say to the people that really want to share their communication, with Buffy and Roxie, with you, Deb, but they're so afraid to join the group or press the button to press send? What would be your guidance?
Um, First of all, I would love to hear what Buffy and Roxy have to tell you. And secondly, joining this group has been one of the best decisions I have ever made. The There's no judgment. There's only support. It's a safe environment where we're all learning together, and it's just fantastic.
Thank you, Deb. If I wasn't already running the membership, from what you said, I'd be signing up. So thank you so much. It's been really lovely to hear your insights and for you to share your experiences, Deb. And so thank you very much for your time and for encouraging others to dive into the Deep Speak Cards deck.
It's been my pleasure. I hope to hear from you all soon.